Hey Gordon, thanks so much for letting me be involved in the charity update. We were having a conversation and I wanted to let the viewers know that this year I will be donating a painting as well. But what I wanted to do differently is have your input. What would you like to see me paint this year? It's much more fun if I can paint something that I know people will really enjoy bidding on, get those bids up. It's for a great cause, it's for charity. And so yes, please put in the comments below, what would you like to see me paint this year? And I'll be thrilled to do it. We'll let Gordon decide how the winner is chosen for what painting I do. And yeah, thanks again so much for letting me be involved. I loved doing it last year. I love being included this year. And until next time, game on.
Good evening, welcome back to the channel, and this is going to be the decision on what Jen is going to paint next for the charity stream in November. We've got a fair few suggestions here, so I'll go through the suggestions just now. I'm going to add somebody else in actually, because that's it. So fair few suggestions here, and we'll just go through them really quickly just to say who's suggested some items. So first we've got James Pig My Retro, part of the Ghetto Gang. James, he chose Turtles. John Bundy chose Persona. We've got Retro Red Steve, who chose Zelda. There's a couple of ones that I've put in here because it's people I've been watching recently, and I thought I would put in some choices inspired by these people. So the first person was Kev from Retro Ghetto. I thought a nice Jaguar themed one for him would be cool. Razza's Retro picked Final Fight. Another one that I put in, because it's somebody I've been watching recently, is Retro Import James, so I put in an Outrun picture, a painting for him. Drinking Games with Josh, obviously last year he sent over, he was a big supporter of this, he sent over an amazing item, a NTSC NES. He wants a Fallout picture, painting, sorry. Razza's Retro again, we've got Street Fighter. Street Fighter. Game Culture, he has picked Max Payne. Eddie Roller Cola, sorry, he's picked Gradius. Another one I've put in here for someone is Wipeout, for Dave plays games badly. Pete on a retro tip has picked Elaine Marley from Monkey Island. Another Eddie Rollercore choice was Cuphead. One that I put in for someone is an Atari themed painting for Tutti UK. Double Dragon was a choice from Razza and Dad and Lads. StarCraft painting for Heaps. Pokemon painting from Big Game Al. Another one I put in for someone is Dave Tyler, and obviously me and him share a love for Returnal, so I'd love to see a Returnal painting. Last of Us from John Bundy and Glory Hunter. Final Fantasy VII again. Jim Cabana, he loves the painting as well. He wants one of them as well. So he's picked Final Fantasy VII again. A point and click kind of collage medley kind of thing from Dad and Lads. Another one, a retro kind of medley, retro characters from Retro Red Steve. Pauline Northerners picked Blood Omen, Let's Pain Blood Omen. Glory Hunter and Retro Ghetto, they've picked a God of War or Kratos kind of painting. Geordie Slashers picked Ico. Retro Martin and Kevin Wilford both picked Expedition 33, so a front runner of Game of the Year this year. That would be quite a cool one to see as well. Wonder Boy, I'm not going to say who mentioned that one. I'm sure anybody who knows him can guess who picked Wonder Boy. Catherine, that's one I put in for Dylan, Hyper Trigger X. Silent Hill, which I know Jem would love to do, which is a choice from Bob Ross and his Mrs. Chrissy. Master Chief from Michael McMillan, who's a friend of mine on Facebook and on Twitter. The Purple Tentacle from Pete on a Retro Tip. Resident Evil 4, another one I think Jen would love to do, and that's from Jen Pixel. A Capcom medley, so a big collage of Capcom characters, that's from Retro Ed UK. PS1 Classic medley, so a collage of PS1 classics like Crash Bandicoot, Spyro, Tomb Raider, all that sort of good stuff. Feed Me Chicken, mascots versus mascots, so Sega against Nintendo kind of collage painting. Another one from Feed Me Chicken, an evolution of a game series, so like, I don't really know, that kind of evolution of man, maybe that kind of style of thing, for evolution of games, which could be cool. Wrestling done in that kind of superstars kind of artwork, painting. And then I've just put at the end here Retro Bear. I'll get in touch with Retro Bear and see what he wants, because I really want to get his input as well. So that's all the choices. And now we'll spin the wheel. I think that's all the choices. I hope I've not missed anyone. I don't think I have. No, I've not missed anyone. Anyway, here we go. We're going to spin the wheel. See what we get. Double Dragon classic, absolutely brilliant. So Raza and Dad and Lads, they both picked Double Dragon, and I think that'll be a great painting for Jen to do. So let's get Jen started. Thank you very much, guys. Take care. Bye bye.